You can find the most recent installer for Core 9 Integrated Desktop on our website, www.vitechcorp.com. Click Downloads. Then expand the section for Core 9 Integrated Desktop. Click on the red link at the bottom of the section. The actual download process will vary depending on your browser and browser settings. If you have the option to save as, we recommend that. I'll save the installer to my desktop for easy access. Now that the download has completed, I click the Open Folder button in my browser. Locate the installer, then right-click on it and select Run as Administrator. Administrative permissions are required to install Core 9 Integrated Desktop. If you are using a company computer and you do not have administrative access, you'll need to seek assistance from your IT team. Now, let's check the installation options. First, you'll need to accept the license agreement. Read the one-page agreement on screen, then select I accept and click Next. On the customer information screen, fill in this information as desired. If you know your serial number, you can enter it here, although it is not required at this stage. Click Next when you are done. The default installation path will be set to Program Files. If you have a 64-bit operating system, it will go to the Program Files x86 folder. While you can change this, most people prefer to install to the Program Files folder. Click Next to accept. On the Setup Type screen, you do have options for a custom installation. If, like most Core users, you want to install Core's supporting documentation, you should select Complete, then click Next. Core has the capability to output reports onto different paper sizes. US Letter will use standard US paper sizes. A4 will use paper sizes standard outside the United States. Make your selection and click Next. If you will be connecting to a Core server, select Yes. Then enter the IP address or machine name of your Core server on the next screen. You can enter this information on the Core login screen if you prefer. If you will be working exclusively in your local repository, select No, then click Next. If your installation will be using the Network License Manager, select Yes, then enter the IP address of your Network License Manager on the next screen. If you will be using a local license or a license from an Enterprise License Manager, select No here. If you aren't sure, check with your team's Core System Administrator. Once you've made your selection, click Next. Finally, click Install to run the installation. You will be prompted when it's complete. Now that you have installed Core 9 Integrated Desktop, let's take a look at how to get it licensed. How you go about licensing Core 9 Integrated Desktop does depend on the license mechanism that was selected by your organization. Let's take a look at the license utility and detail the different methods. First, launch Core 9 from the Start menu. This will display the Configure Licensing window. From here, you can choose any of the license mechanisms offered for Core. If you are using a USB key, Network License Manager, or Enterprise License Manager, you can select those here. For this demonstration, we will focus on how to request and apply a node-locked license. Select Request License File, then click Proceed. On the next screen, enter your company name and serial number. If you don't know your serial number, contact your company's Core administrator. After completing this, click the Tab button on your keyboard to enable the on-screen buttons. If you don't have internet access, you can use the Save Request button to save a text file of the request that you can then email to Vitech. Let's focus on submitting a request online. Click the Submit Online button. This will take you to our website to use a license request web form. Complete all fields. If you would like to offer any context information for your request, you can do so in the text field at the bottom of the form. When you are finished, click Submit. Your request has been submitted when you see the confirmation screen on our website. All submitted requests must be validated and processed. Our licensing team will respond within 24 hours. We will reply by email with your license. Keep an eye out for an email from licensing@vitechcorp.com. The license will be sent with instructions on how to apply. Launch Core again to display the Configure Licensing window. Select Apply License File, then click Proceed. Highlight and copy all of the red text in the email. Paste this text into the Apply License File window using Ctrl-V on your keyboard. Check the number of lines. The email you received will tell you how many lines should be in the license. Some email programs will remove line breaks, changing the number of lines. Use the sample license on the right side to compare and format your license as needed. Click OK when you are done. You'll see a dialog confirming that your license was successfully applied. If you have any trouble installing or activating Core 9 Integrated Desktop, we are here to help. Contact our support team through the phone number and email address shown on screen. This video is part 1 of a video series dedicated to helping you get started in Core. To learn more, go back to our screencast library and view the next video in this series.